What is up, everyone? Today I'm gonna guide you through my back and biceps day. I'm just gonna make it short, punchy, straight to the point, and I'm just gonna try and give you the most amount of benefit that you can get off of a single video. Now, I start off with a quick warm up. It's really important. Like, I can't even stress how important it is to properly warm up, especially your shoulders. Long term, warming up your shoulders will prove beneficial every single time. Um, I had two injuries in my shoulders. Both of them could have been prevented if it wasn't for the fact that I didn't warm up. If I had warmed up, and given them more rest, to be fair, I probably wouldn't have been injured at that point. Now, um, nothing's too complicated, right? Just a bit of basic movements, right? Moving the resistance rope side to side, up and down. I can give a detailed video for it, but I probably wouldn't need it. Now, as a warm-up set, not a warm-up exercise, as a warm-up set, I do just lat pull downs with a really just basic light weight. Now, the reason I do this is because my second exercise or my second set is pull-ups. Now, the reason I do pull-ups after the lat pull-downs is because lat pull-downs just kind of warm up the muscle for it, but pull-ups just I can't even put into words how much pull-ups I've seen results from it, because I can't get to like 6 without complete muscle failure, right? And most people are the same. Most people can't even like go through 3-4 pull-ups without complete muscle failure. Now, the key here is just to push on the way up and then slowly release the muscle as you go down, right? But again, if it's too challenging for you to like do pull-ups, correct form, 6 to 8 reps, just go with lat pull downs. It's way easier. It's not going to challenge your back as much with proper weight, of course, and proper warm-up. But personally, for me, I've seen better results with pull-ups because I'm in that rep range where I'm building muscle, but at the same time, I'm like reaching muscle failure within that 6 to 8 rep range. Now, I do 2 sets to failure, and as you can see in this set, I reached like 4 or 5 reps, but then I couldn't pull anymore, right? That's why I quit for a moment, and then you see what happened here? It's like I can't even lift anymore. Now, the second exercise is a hammer machine. I just started off with a warm-up set. As always, just make it a habit to always do a warm-up set. Just get used to the movement and just kind of get in that mind to muscle connection and just squeeze the muscle a bit, right? Don't like reach failure within that set. Again, it's a warm-up set, but you want to reach a point where the muscle knows that it's about to be worked out. Now, you want to reach, again, maybe 8 to 10 on your warm-up set, but with a really light weight, because personally, I don't rest after my warm-up set. I find that it saves me a lot of time. On average, saves me about, I don't know, I mean, multiply 30 by, I do maybe, 10 sets a workout? So I have a lot of time saved by just not resting after my warm-up set. Now, after that, I add a bunch of weight. And then the key here would be to round up your shoulders when your arms are all the way stretched out. But then when you squeeze, you don't want to lift up your chest, because this is chest supported, right? You don't want to lift up your chest a bit too much. But again, you can lift it a bit off of the chest support. But if you go too much, then you're kind of moving out of that correct form. In this exercise, I did 2 sets to complete failure, which you want to reach between 6 to 8. Some people reach 10. If you're comfortable with 10, reach 10. By all means, really. 6 to 8, I barely notice a difference with muscle growth between the two, but I'm more comfortable with reaching it at 8. After that, you want to do partials. and then you're pretty much dead, as you can see. I'm resting on the chair. Now, the second workout, or the third really, is close grip cable rows. Now, the key here would be to, again, you don't want to round your shoulders forward, but you want to have that deep stretch in your lats. But at the same time, you don't want to round up your shoulders or put your lower back in a position where it's vulnerable. As you can see here, okay, I'm sorry, my second set. As you can see, my knees are a bit bent, but my back is pretty much straight, right? As you can see, I'm bending forward a little bit to give a bit of a better stretch, but nothing too forward to the point that my lower back is at a point where it's too flexed or is vulnerable, or the weight. Focus on the weight. I'm moving heavy, but not like too heavy. As you can see, like I'm doing partials. That's what partial is. Doing half reps after the muscle has already like died. That's why I do 2 sets. Right? For me, going 3 or 4 would be too extreme. Now, if you're not comfortable with that, trust me, go 3 and then just do like 6 to 8 or 8 to 10. You can go 11 if you want. Now, after that, I'm doing unilateral pull downs. Now, the reason that I do unilaterals is because I feel like I get a stretch with my lats. As you can see, like it's already in a, I mean, the entire anatomy of the lat itself would show you exactly why this is better, because it sort of wraps around your back. Now, as I turn to the other hand, you can see I'm doing the same amount of reps, but then you see how the muscle is like flexed as I'm doing it? That's how you want it to be. You need to focus on that mind to muscle connection, right? Here exactly, I don't want to go too heavy or even like sort of heavy, because my shoulder is already at like a point where it's kind of uncomfortable. Now I do again 2 sets to failure, and then I move on to bent over barbell rows. But I superset those with shrugs. First of all, it's save time, but then I don't want to do too much exercising when I don't want to be in the gym for too long. Now I put a good amount of weight, and then you want to bend your back, your lower back to be in a good position, your knees bent, but then your neck down. You see how I'm keeping my neck down, right? A lot of you would be tempted to look in the mirror, which, trust me, I'm more tempted than you, but down the line, this will cause neck problems. A lot of personal trainers have told me this. And then, 6 to 8, then I move on to shrugs. You want to keep it nice and tidy. You want to kind of like shrug your shoulders up and then back a bit, right? Up and then back. Again, I can give you a detailed instruction of how to like do the workout, but again, it's not too complicated. Everyone knows how to do shrugs. I start my second set. Listen, most of the time I rest a minute and a half, sometimes a minute, sometimes 2. It depends on the workout and the intensity of the workout. For example, there are exercises where I have to like rest 2 minutes. Either like a bench press that's supersetted with dumbbell presses, which I'm gonna do in a separate video, the next one, or like a really simple arm workout, like a bicep curl, right? 6 to 8 reps. You can rest for like a minute. You don't have to wait the entire 2 minutes or a minute and a half. Again, I lowered the weight this time because it was a bit too much after all these exercises to lift like 15s on both sides. I think I did 3 sets if I remember correctly of this. And yeah, again, like here, I wait around 10 seconds after I finish the rows, and then I start doing shrugs. Again, you want to focus on your form. You want to keep that time under tension as long as possible, right? You want the muscle to be in constant tension throughout the entire set and the entire exercise. And then I move on to a simple warm-up set of Chin-ups. Now, I know this is gonna sound weird, but a lot of people and a lot of professional bodybuilders will tell you the exact same thing, which is that chin-ups are a great bicep exercise. Now, while I don't see them as a, just an actual bicep exercise that's just biceps, I see them as a good warm-up exercise. And then we move on to Malaysian curls. Here you want to focus again on time under tension, right? You want to keep the muscle just stretched throughout the entire way. You want to focus on it straight, on that. You see that straight arm? That's where you build the muscle, right? That's where you need to like rest pause style, right? And then when you lift, you want to lift slowly. And when you want to release, again, you want to do it really, really slow. And then this guy came and moved the camera. Oh my God. And then I did 3 sets of Malaysian curls, and then I moved on to preacher curls, because Malaysian curls target the long head of the bicep, which basically focuses on the length, really, which is the width from the side. But then the preacher curls work on the short head, which makes it seem thicker, right? I noticed that the weight was a bit heavy, so I lowered the weight by 5 kilos. And then I continued the exercise again with the 20. A couple of tips here. You want to focus on... Listen, most bicep exercises, especially when your arm is in, a straight, uncomfortable position, like a preacher curl, an incline bench, curl, whatever it is, you want to focus on that straight arm position. You want to keep it there for a while. You want to do this rest pause style. And the reason for that, look at any gymnast ever. Most of them, their biceps are huge. That's because this straight arm position is perfect for bicep growth. Now, of course, if you do it alone, that's a different question. But when you do this rest pause style, it's, you'll feel it, trust me. Now, when I finish from the short barbell, I move on to biceps. And that is because, sorry, not biceps. I move on to dumbbells. And that is because I get a bit more stretch out of doing single arm preacher curls with like biceps. And then I do 2 sets of that to complete failure. Or 2 subsets really, and then I move on to hammer curls, the last exercise of the entire day. Listen, here you want to focus again on time under tension, right? It's really important to focus on the muscle being worked throughout the entire workout. Usually I go heavier here because your shoulder is in a good position. It's not really an uncomfortable straight or back or whatever it is. Your arm is in a really good place for it to be like stretched or lift heavy. So you can like go heavier. These are partials. What I'm doing here are partials, okay? I just finished the set and then I can't do any more. So I just use momentum to my advantage, right? As you can see here, listen, focus on this. See what I'm doing? This time under tension, really slow. I'm going heavy, right? I don't have to like flex the muscle while I lift because, the weight is heavy enough. As you can see, it's pretty heavy. Exactly here, right? You see how I'm using momentum just to like keep the weight moving. And then I move on to a lower weight because, the last 2 I do like fucking burners, right? I get a lighter weight. I do maybe 2-3 reps that are clean. The rest are just momentum. Okay, they're partials and they're half reps because I can't do it anymore. Last set, I just do incline, bench, just normal bicep curls, right? And I do this as a last set. Okay, I don't do any more sets. I do a single set that I burn the muscle completely in. Okay, I just go full force. As you can see, this time under tension and then partials and then half reps. That's basically what you need to do in every single muscle group and in every single exercise. That's how I do only 2 sets and I still get results that like they speak for themselves. Um, you see, that's it, right? I'm dead. The muscle can't even move anymore. At which point, I just lower the weight and then do the same exercise one more time, right? I do a drop set. And that's because just I want to get the most amount of burn, the most amount of benefit out of that workout. And that is all for today's workout. I did back and I did biceps. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned at least something new. If you have any ideas, any comments, just drop them down below in the comments section. I will be reading most of them. I appreciate all the support. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and that is it. See you.